Greetings, my movie geeks! I've said it before, and I'll say it again, but Netflix seem to throw anything at the wall to see what sticks. Some fall into obscurity, others ascend towards sequels. Then, there's those films that just bob along, not really bad, not really good. Awake is one of those films that bobs along and makes you want to reach for the snooze button. You know the drill by now. Like, share, subscribe and ring that bell to be notified every Wednesday and Friday. Awake is directed by Raso and starring Gina Rodriguez, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Barry Pepper, Finn Jones and Ariana Greenblatt. It follows a former US Army medic and recovering addict as she and her kids navigate through a new world as humanity have completely lost the ability to sleep, just like me. It's an interesting premise, up there with The Day of the Triffids, Population Blindness, and even Stephen King's Captain Tripp's Killer Flu from The Stand. As a solar flare wipes out most of technology, Jill, Matilda and Noah are in a car accident and end up in the water.
I don't know what the hell happened. Power's out everywhere.
Matilda needs resuscitating. After the solar flare, the only person who is able to sleep is Matilda, and the rest of the world begins its slow plunge into madness as it begins to break down due to sleep deprivation. Jill is told that there is a hub where the military scientist Dr. Murphy, who used sleep deprivation as a form of torture, is attempting to find out why some people are able to sleep, but the majority can't. I bet you've guessed the answer just from my recap. The story unfolds as you would expect. Humanity tends to descend into violence and survival of the fittest as they all begin dying off. But the way it played out here is completely from Jill's point of view. Being a former US Army medic, Jill begins the movie as a determined and headstrong action hero, able to keep to the shadows and not be seen or captured by bad people. But as the days go on and sleep deprivation continues, she becomes unfocused and looks close to death. I'd argue that Gina Rodriguez gives this film the kick it needs just from the change that she goes through. There are some good sequences like the car crash into the water, utilising a handheld camera that makes you feel and gives you a sense that you're in the car with them. They also use some subtle cuts to make the scene feel like a one-shot as Matilda stands on the camera lens. It's all extremely well shot, and I feel if there was more action like this, it may have fared better. Noah and Matilda, Hoyos and Greenblatt, both have full story arcs, though, with Hoyos going from disgruntled and abandoned son to a young man taking care of his dying mother. Greenblatt ends up being the only person who has been able to sleep over the past few days, and as such is able to link A to B and figure out just why she is able to sleep. The film overall is okay, but if I'm honest, I did struggle to stay awake after the initial solar flare, pun intended. As the sequence that followed was well shot and enjoyable, it became predictable and the usual apocalyptic fare, where it is every person out for themselves. I'm going to give Awake a 2 out of 5, making it a bad movie. It had promise, but just doesn't reach the heights of just a movie. I'm Nate, the Ultimate Movie Geek. Let me know what you thought of Awake, and please like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified every Wednesday and Friday of our videos. Follow me on Twitter at Movie Ultimate and Instagram at Ultimate Movie Geek, where I post occasionally. I could be better, but you know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Our survival depends on her. Let's get to work.